it was almost 60 2 years ago. It's been coming down. We know that. But this is a dramatic drop into the 30s, Judge. That's when the fire got started and people started bailing. So the good news is that when you have an option position rather than stock, you lose that option position. I dropped about 50 grand on that. Thank you very much. Last night. But it was options, not stock. I controlled about 15,000 shares of stock through those options.
Right.
I like that a lot better than what that 15,000 shares
If only
done.
your brother was so lucky.
Yeah, had I listened to John, I'd be doing a lot better.
And the options.
Yeah, I had stock and I had calls. So how am I doing today? Not so good.
You tell me what you do today then with this stock. Down 40 bucks as we speak. Could be the worst day ever by the time it's all said and done.
Yep. It could be. You know, here's the interesting part. The options, obviously, that's a decision that doesn't have to be made. Those go to zero because I owned upside options. They were actually moving yesterday. It was a great day yesterday. And obviously, now all of a sudden you wake up today, now it's just a stock position. So the stock position, I'm holding on to it. What frustrated me most, though, Scott, is they beat on earnings, but as John said, the CFO suddenly comes out and talks about the spend and how the margins are going to be absolutely slaughtered. Now, this is still a company, when you look at the revenue growth, it's pretty impressive at 42%. I mean, that's something to hang your hat on. But that's going to be a problem going forward because of all the different areas in which they're going to be spending money on privacy, on security, and all the rest of that. That's a problem, and that's a headache. And that's something that I don't know how long that's going to take to play out. But I still like the stock. I still think there's something there. And the reason I do is it's not necessarily just a Facebook stock. I think it's about the other verticals. And I'm talking about Instagram and WhatsApp and Messenger and the video aspect of it. So I think there's still something there, Scott. I don't think this is something you got to run away from. And I think a lot of algorithms have been selling down this stock in the post market.
Weiss, can we now just quit the debate on the better stock, Google or Facebook, here forward?
I think
do we get the answer?
We can.
We get the answer?
Yeah, I mean, look, we had Google report a phenomenal quarter. Google did not have the issues that Facebook had when they were in front of the Senate.
Right.
So I would say that I would ask the question, which wasn't answered, how much of this is from people that were either disenchanted, they were Trump supporters, essentially, gave the data, disenchanted that their personal information has been used to their detriment without really knowing, and just tired of Facebook of doing it, the faddish part of it. I would say, look, one day doesn't define a stock, one quarter doesn't. But to John's point, when your margins
this is a hell of a bad day.
in one quarter go from 45% to the mid-30s, that's something that shouldn't happen. I don't recall that happening or being cut in half, essentially, in companies that aren't commodity companies. So that's my concern. So I think you sit back, you wait on it. We saw what happened to Netflix. If you go back a year, Netflix would have bounced the following day. It would have bounced that day. Facebook, I don't think you see the quick bounce. So, yes, I think Google now is the better company.
Judge, the other thing is, other than Caterpillar, nobody's had a worse earnings call than this one. You know, when you come out and say high watermark for earnings, and then everybody says, oh my God, and they run away from it. This one, nobody's got clarity about 2 years from now. This gentleman chose to view 2 years into the future and said, I see him slipping into the mid 30% here. That's when I think all those models got changed based on that. I mean, and that was ugly.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.